Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. Who wins this fight? Man, my question to you guys is, we've seen Keith Thurman in there with good guys, the likes of Danny Garcia, Robert Guerrero, and we've seen Errol Spence in there with the likes of Kell Brook and Bundu. Errol Spence also stopped Chris Algieri, who gave Manny Pacquiao a very good fight when Manny Pacquiao was still dangerous at the time. And Errol Spence stopped Algieri in like 5 rounds. So I'm gonna ask you guys, do you think Keith Thurman can beat Sean Porter, Kell Brook? If you think Keith Thurman can beat Kell Brook, then I believe Keith Thurman has a shot. Kell Brook, mind you, Kell Brook was the bigger guy, bigger than bigger than Errol Spence. And Errol Spence went in there and made him get on one knee. I don't want to hear the eye excuse because it was a different eye. Errol Spence broke the other orbital bone. So, do you think Keith Thurman can beat a Kell Brook? Can he stop Kell Brook? I don't see that happening. So, my question is, if Keith Thurman can't beat Kell Brook, Keith Thurman was in a close fight with Danny Garcia, who I thought could have pulled up the win because he was the busier fighter the last couple of rounds, and Keith Thurman was on his back foot for the rest of the fight, for the rest of the remaining of the championship rounds. If Keith Thurman has a difficult time with a Danny Garcia and he can't beat a Kell Brook, I don't see Keith Thurman lasting 12 rounds with Errol Spence. Keith Thurman was hurt by Sean Porter to the body, the smaller Sean Porter, who I've heard sparring rumors. I mean, it's sparring, but sparring does matter. Errol Spence stopped Sean Porter in sparring. He also stopped Adrian Broner, and I heard Floyd Mayweather as well. So, with Errol Spence stopping Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Broner, and Sean Porter in sparring, can Keith Thurman give Errol Spence a competitive fight? I think he can. For the first seven rounds, I say about the 8th, 9th round, the smaller Keith Thurman will deteriorate, and Errol Spence will close in on him, break him down. If Errol Spence and Keith Thurman fight 2018, Errol Spence will knock out Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman knows that. He knows he knows he's about to take his first loss to this young, hungry lion. And that's why he's stalling the fight, not because he has an injury, but because he's not ready to let his old go. I got Errol Spence knocking Keith Thurman out. 7th to 9th round.